Hello and welcome to our combined Rocketgraph and Threatworx cybersecurity solution for vulnerability management. Today we'll be starting with Threatworx, a vulnerability management solution, and analyzing the data we get out of Threatworx inside of Rocketgraph in further detail. From the Threatworx dashboard, we're going to select vulnerabilities to take us to the vulnerability intelligence page. From here we gain access to the key insights that Threatworx scrapes the internet for. These vulnerabilities are binned into categories such as critical, urgent, or severe. It also notes who publishes these vulnerabilities, with the majority of the vulnerabilities coming out of the National Vulnerability Database. We can search through these vulnerabilities by a keyword to find what's most important to your enterprise. Let's look at Firefox here. And here we see all the vulnerabilities associated with Firefox. Let's play the role of enterprise for a second. If we go to Assets and Manage, we see all the assets associated with our specific enterprise. We see views like the attack surface composition, as well as other views where we can look at the percentage of priority impacts, misconfigurations, and other such important tools to your enterprise to help you stop malware and cyber attacks in their tracks. We're going to click on Analytics and then Risk, which is going to take us to our heat map page, otherwise known as the Attack Surface Explorer. From here, we have access to all of our assets in our enterprise. For now, let's go take a look at the Windows assets a little more closely. These 6 assets have a risk score of 100. Let's take a closer look at this one, Windows Archer New. Remember this for later in the presentation as we go over to Rocketgraph. Now we're on Rocketgraph Mission Control, looking at our schema that was created. This particular schema has 5 node types. They are threats, malware families, vulnerabilities, assets, and finally, products. We're using Cloud Sonnet for this demo. Let's pop over to our data sets now. You can see here TW, there are 39,000 rows, and now let's go explore the data. We've now arrived at the Rocketgraph query interface. And in our history we see we have a set of bookmarked queries, one of which is our Threatworx prediction score. Let's click on that now. So here we're able to replace this XXXX with the same Threatworx ID that we were looking at previously. Windows Archer New. If you'll remember from before, this was the same Microsoft vulnerability that we had found inside of Threatworx. We now get some explanation and some insight. We can see the query analyzes vulnerabilities affecting the specific asset, Windows Archer New, creating a predicted risk score based on the future. And here we get our result. As you can see, we have our asset name, along with an absolute risk increase, which is the difference between the current and predicted risk scores. We see that we even have some recommendations on paths that we can take to handle this sort of vulnerability. Let's go back to our bookmark prompts. Here we have Threatworx asset context with our ID that we got from Threatworx, Windows Archer New, and get the cipher. This is going to show us a visualization of our asset, along with everything connected to it. That includes vulnerabilities, malware patterns, and other assets. By utilizing graph visualization, we're able to put some sort of reasoning behind why this asset might be so vulnerable. Right here, you see we have our asset, Windows Archer New. By utilizing Rocketgraph and Threatworx together, we're able to find these insights that we would never be able to find normally, such as this vulnerability that's being pointed to by this malware family that's associated with every one of these threats. All of these are varying threats. They're all different. If we were to fix this vulnerability, we would end up cutting off access to our asset by every single one of these threats, as well as this entirely new malware family, something that we wouldn't be able to do without the combination of Threatworx and Rocketgraph. Thank you.